another video. If you're new here, my name is Lily. Welcome to my channel. My channel is a place where I share all of my healthy, vegan, mostly whole food, plant-based recipes. So today's is a 3-in-1. So this is my 3 favorite oat breakfast recipes right now. These are all so easy to make and they have very similar recipes. It's more so the way the oats are prepared that makes them different, and I use different fruits in them as well. So the first one is going to be my chocolate truffle blended oats. The second one is raspberry cheesecake overnight oats. And the last one is blueberry muffin baked oats. Let's go ahead and jump into the recipes and I'll show you how to make them for yourself. Okay, the first recipe I'm gonna show you guys how to make is my chocolate truffle blended oats. This is just such a decadent dessert, but it's really healthy and it's only sweetened with bananas, so you don't have to feel bad about eating it for breakfast. So let's go ahead and jump into the recipe. So you start off with 1 cup of oats. And these are old-fashioned extra thick oats. And you're just gonna pulse these in your blender, or blend these in your blender until they become a fine powder. The next thing we're gonna add in is 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and I use the Hershey's Cocoa, the extra dark. And then I'm gonna add in some PB2 Pure. And this is about 2 to 3 tablespoons worth. And then I add in a tablespoon or 2, probably 2 tablespoons today, since I'm making 2 servings of this, of ground flaxseed. Then I'm gonna add some cinnamon, just a little bit, and about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna get that well mixed again. And then before we add in our liquids, you're gonna wanna make a little well towards the bottom so that the blender can reach the liquids first. And I just like to add the liquids over there. So I'm gonna be using 1/4 cup of soy milk, and I use unsweetened soy milk. And then I'm going to be adding in a whole pack of silken tofu. So this is gonna really boost up the protein of our oats and just make it a really protein-rich breakfast, and it helps give such a nice creamy and silky texture. I'm just gonna dump the whole pack in. And then for some sweetness, I'm going to add in 1 really ripe banana. And if you're not used to only eating food sweetened by fruits, I suggest adding in maybe like 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And I'm just gonna give it a little rough mix before I blend again. My blender feels like it's on its last legs. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years and I can just tell it's kind of dying, you know. have to stop and scrape down the sides a few times just to make sure it's all mixed really well. So now you can see it's blended and it looks kind of like a runnier pudding. But the great thing about this is with the silken tofu and the oats in here, it's gonna thicken up nicely and it's gonna be really like a pudding basically. So I'm just gonna divide this into 2 containers because I am making these for this week for work. Then I'm just gonna top these with some fresh strawberries. I'm also gonna top them with some cocoa nibs, which adds a little bit of crunch and gives me a little caffeine boost in the mornings, just a little bit, because I don't really like a lot of caffeine. Look how delicious these look. I'm telling you, you'll be obsessed with these. I literally eat them all the time. They taste so good, guys. Seriously, try them. I'm just gonna put these in the fridge and then I will show you the next recipe. After sitting in the fridge overnight, these really thicken up just like a pudding. They're so good. So the next recipe is the raspberry cheesecake overnight oats. So to begin this recipe, I'm gonna start off with 1.5 cups of soy milk. And this is the unsweetened soy milk once again. And to that, I'm gonna add Kite Hill cream cheese. And this is what's gonna give it the cheesecake vibes. So I'm going to add in about 4 tablespoons of this. I'm also gonna add in some vanilla extract. And I'm gonna add in 1/2 lemon. To sweeten it, once again, I'm just gonna be using a banana. And this one's not quite as ripe as my last one, so I am gonna add in a tablespoon of maple syrup along with this. Just because it is cheesecakey vibes, I do want it to taste sweet enough. And a tablespoon goes a long way, trust me. Next, I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt, not much at all. And I do like flaxseed in my overnight oats, so I'm gonna be adding in some flaxseed as well. And then I'm just gonna blend this up. So first I'm going to add my oats. And I'm doing a little more than 1/2 cup. And then I'm gonna add my liquid. I should probably measure this. And I'm gonna do 1 cup of liquid. I'm just gonna mix it up. Give it a little taste. Oh my God. Seriously, that tastes just like cheesecake. And I'm gonna top it with some fresh raspberries. And I am gonna put some walnuts on this one because this one is for me and I like walnuts on mine, but the other one's for Jake and he does not like walnuts. So we will leave that off. Just gonna put the lids on these and put them in the fridge. These thicken up so nicely after sitting in the fridge overnight. Oh my gosh. So for the next recipe, since it has very similar ingredients as the cheesecake oats, I am going to just use the blender as it is. I'm not gonna wash it, don't judge me. So starting off, we're gonna do 1 cup of oats. And I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of unsweetened soy milk. I'm gonna do just a tablespoon or so of lemon juice in this one. One ripe banana. And this one's the same as the other one. It's not very ripe, so I am gonna add in a little maple syrup, which is totally optional. Ooh, you know what I might try instead of maple syrup? I have some date sugar that we just bought, and I haven't used it yet. My husband used it for some sorbet he's trying to make. This is what it is. And I think this might be really good in here. And it's literally just dates. You can see organic dates. That's it. That's amazing. So I'm gonna add maybe like 2 teaspoons or so. Look how cute this little spoon is. It's a freaking guitar. Okay. And then I'm gonna be adding some vanilla extract. About 1/8 teaspoon of salt. A lot of cinnamon in this one. Oh, and I don't even know if I mentioned, but these are blueberry muffin baked oats. I am gonna do about 2 tablespoons of PB2. This just helps bind it together and it helps keep it really moist, and I just really like it with this in it. All right, and now I'm just gonna blend it up. And you're gonna wanna scrape it down. And to a parchment lined baking pan, I am going to add the oat mixture. I'm totally switching pans because the pan is way too big and I don't want it to be that thin, so I'm gonna add it to this one. Yeah, this would be much better. So you'll just want to spread it out pretty evenly. And then I am going to top it with half a cup of blueberries. And just kind of press those down with your fingers like this. There we go. And then this is gonna go into the oven at 375, but I'm gonna immediately turn it down to 350. And I'm gonna cook it for 15 minutes and see how it looks. Okay, they are ready to take out of the oven, and I'm just gonna let these cool for probably 15 minutes or so. And now I'm gonna slice them up into 4 pieces, and I'm just gonna assume 2 of these are equal to 1 serving because I did use 1 cup of oats for the whole recipe, and I usually eat about half a cup of oats. So 2 bars is the perfect serving size for me, so I'm just gonna package these up. And I'm all out of containers, so I had to use tin foil. And I'm just gonna place these in the fridge. They are seriously the perfect texture, and they are so easy to just grab and go. I love having these in the mornings. So I prepared all these recipes for me and my husband to eat throughout the week. Also, I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's videos. I hope you really learned some good recipes, and if you decide to try any of these, please comment down below and let me know your thoughts. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. I couldn't do this without you guys, and I love making content for you. Thanks guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.